Former Lakers forward Metta World Peace doesn't think that the Phoenix Suns would be in the NBA Finals if the health of the stars, particularly on the Lakers, did not become an issue this postseason. World Peace shared his take during an interview with Basketball News where he was asked about the NBA Finals and what stood out to him. As a note, the interview was done before Game 5. He goes on to say, besides all the injuries that have just been plaguing a lot of the great players, what has caught my eye about this series really is Chris Paul. I don't necessarily believe right now, especially that it's 2-2, that the Suns are going to win. But going into the series when it was 0-0, I kind of thought the Suns would win. World Peace told Chris Sheridan, you know, people and boys changed their picks. I thought the Suns would win. And when they went up 2-0, you think they would win. Now that it's tied 2-2, it's showing that Giannis Antetokounmpo is the greatest player. Now imagine Giannis, one of the greatest players in the league, doesn't really have to go up against the greatest team. Then you would say Giannis was going to win because the Lakers got hurt. The Lakers were going to beat Phoenix before Anthony Davis got hurt. Ron Artest. If I was old enough in the 8th grade, I could have got with my 8th grade teacher, Big Booty Briscoe. That's what we used to call her. 3B, Big Booty Briscoe, one of the most beautifulest women in the world. If I was old enough, I could have got with her. If I could have went to prom, I could have been the prom king. If I had $1 million right now, I could do so much with $1 million. If I had some food right now, I wouldn't be hungry. I wouldn't be hungry, bro. I would like to debunk this entire notion that the Lakers would have somehow won had not Anthony Davis would have been injured. Injuries, the injury bug had not, affected the Lakers. Now, once again, as a Laker fan, diehard Laker fan, since I was 8 years old, once again. So if you guys want to read that article, the link is in the description box. But coming from a Laker fan, I don't want to hear no excuses. Kobe Bryant, as a leader, would have said, I put the onus on me. It's my fault. We lost, and it is what it is. It's time to move on. We're not about to be giving this participation trophy out. We lost. It had nothing to do with injuries. LeBron James was the leader of the team, no different than Chris Paul was the leader of his team. They had a young core. Chris Paul was the leader who has enough playoff experience. In comparison to LeBron James, LeBron James is a veteran who has a record, a playoff record. He has one of the greatest playoff records in history. Has carried his team to the NBA Finals, and we want to say old age, but him and Chris Paul are around the same age. So I'm having trouble understanding this. So I'm not about to sit up here and spew this garbage on my platform. The Lakers just weren't at their best, and they lost. Chris Paul, the Phoenix Suns, Monty Williams were the better team. We're not about to get no participation award. The Lakers were just trash, and that's just all it comes down to. And I want to just take a look at the Phoenix Suns roster and compare it to the Los Angeles Lakers roster. LeBron James has been to the finals multiple times. According to LeBron James fans, he makes the players around him better. So everybody's play should have been raised and elevated enough for them to defeat a young Phoenix team, Devin Booker, who's inexperienced, has no experience in the playoffs. The Lakers roster, we had LeBron James, Dennis Schroeder. Now, I don't want to hear, oh, well, these guys were playing like trash and this. As a leader, your core is going to follow the leader. So if your body language, you're walking around with your body language is looking like you're about to quit, chances are your team is going to quit as well. So you had Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Kuzma, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Andre Drummond, Montrezl Harrell. I think Caruso was injured. You had this young budding star in Taylor Horton-Tucker, Markieff Morris, Wesley Matthews, Marc Gasol, who came off a championship. You give Kobe Bryant Marc Gasol, he would have been in shape. Marc Gasol didn't even look like he was in shape. But as a leader, you go to your player and say, you need to be in shape. I don't care what anybody has to say. This roster that I'm looking at currently should have been enough to defeat this Phoenix Suns team. Nobody on this team has been to the finals. Nobody. Nobody on this roster has been to the finals. Is my eyes looking at something? Am I tripping? Are my eyes deceiving me? Jay Crowder was in the playoffs. I think he went to the finals with LeBron. Okay. When I was watching the NBA playoffs, I said the Lakers need to trap Devin Booker. If Devin Booker got the hot hand, common sense is to trap him. Get the ball out of his hands and force the rest of the team to defeat you. Chris Paul is the only player on that team with playoff experience. But as a great leader, he did what it took to lead his team, his group, to the finals. But Kobe Bryant would have willed his team, whether he had a broken leg, torn Achilles, if he had a limp and his hand was like this and he was like this and his eyeball was knocked out the socket, Kobe Bryant's going to try to carry his team to the finals. Some people may feel like old age could be affecting LeBron and starting to catch up with him. But as a leader, DeAndre Ayton is not on the level of Anthony Davis, and we could all agree to that. LeBron James, as a leader, you elevate the play of the players around you. You get others involved. That's what it's about. You put your players in position to be able to thrive. As I was watching that first round, I watched Dennis Schroeder. People could say what they want. Montrezl Harrell was 6th man of the year. Dennis Schroeder was in the race for 6th man of the year. And he averaged 15 points per game in the regular season. The Lakers looked like garbage. And you can say what you want. I seen Dennis Schroeder diving on the floor for the ball. I seen Dennis Schroeder at the end. He was part of the reason why the Lakers were able to shift that momentum and be able to close the gap and come back. DeAndre Ayton, 2 years in the league. DeAndre Ayton averaged 14 points per game this year. Come on, bruh. I don't care what none of y'all say. Cameron Payne, Jay Crowder, this wasn't... Nah, it's not good enough. Ron Artest, I respect, of course, your basketball acumen, your basketball knowledge. But this right here, bruh, come on, man. No excuses. I'm not going to defend you on this one. Once again, huge Los Angeles Lakers fan. But no, I'm not going to tolerate this. We're not getting no participation awards. The Lakers need to get a superstar next year. If they don't, then they're not going to win the finals. I don't want to hear no more excuses about injuries. You know, the Brooklyn Nets lost. Injuries or not, Kevin Durant should have been able to defeat that Milwaukee Bucks team. And it is what it is. I'm tired of hearing the whole, oh, it was injuries. No. This should have been enough. No excuses. So Ron Artest, I respectfully disagree. Because we can agree to disagree. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all get in that comment box, like, share, subscribe.